Good afternoon, everybody. So I'm Steve Lentini, and I'm the CEO and managing partner of Lord and Lentini Training, Training for Life, the best getting better, I like to say. So in sales today, helping people buy is the new selling method. And helping people buy is just a slight shift. And so one of the greatest keys and the foundations to helping people buy is curiosity, knowing yourself and asking questions as to what is the customer looking for and whether or not you're a fit, right? So you're offering, you have a right as a salesperson to find out, is this customer going to be a good fit, a productive fit, a profitable fit for my company? And actually, too, that's part of your responsibility to find that out. So helping people buy. And that's a confusing thing for some salespeople because they've got the bravado. I'm selling this. I'm making this deal. You know, that doesn't really go away. What happens is you become the consultant. You become the questioner. You want the customer to be talking 70% of the time to help them hear with their own words coming out of their mouth. You want their ears to hear that you're the source, that you're the solution, that you can help them or not, because some people are not ready and some people would not be a good fit for you or your company. And you're not going to find that out unless you're curious and you have questions. And here's the challenge. Most salespeople, a lot of salespeople, are more concerned with making a deal. They're attached to the outcome. They're worried about their quota. And they'll sign up anybody without regards for what really works, what works for the customer, and what would work for their own company. So it's important that you remember it's part of your responsibility to help your company get the best customers. So you don't want to be known as the salesperson whose customers cost the company most to serve, right? If they ever did activity-based costing, they'd say, wow, Mary and Jim have the highest cost to serve with their customers. You wouldn't be on the award podium if that was the case. And a lot of that would stem from not asking enough questions and being too eager to make the sale, what I call attachment to outcomes. So leave the outcome, the goal, the quota at the door and work to help your customer find the fit, because you're also helping yourself with all that questioning. And remember, too, that change is the biggest thing that you're fighting. So ask questions like, well, when the last time you changed suppliers, or the last time you changed services, or the last time you changed software, what did that look like? What were some of the pitfalls? What are some things that you'd be concerned about today? So as we think about today, what are some of the challenges with your current services, your current supplier, your current software provider? What are some of your challenges? What would you like to see them do better? One of the reasons you gave me a meeting, right, must be, one of the reasons you gave me a meeting was so that you could look at all of these options. So help the customer hear that they need you or not. Now, will there be a time? Will there be a time? Will there be a time where you might have to challenge an assumption? So a good book is To Challenge Your Sale by Jeffrey Thal, and he's updated it recently. There's another version of the book, I just forget the name. So there is a time to plant your feet when you recognize that this customer is making a poor choice or the future customer is making a poor choice, and you challenge their assumption. But again, they have to hear themselves say some of these things, and then you say, well, what if I have something that might be a little difficult for you to hear? What if I have something to say that challenges those assumptions that you're making? And most people say, well, give it to me. And then you give them what a consultant would give them. So based on my experience, based on our experience with customers like you in the same situation, here's what we saw when they went the route of X that we just talked about. When they went the route of X, here's what happened. And you explain what happened and say, then would you like to talk to a few people that have experienced just what you're thinking and found out that it wasn't the best way to go? And most times people will say, yes, absolutely. So again, today you're helping people buy, and there are some. It's not just as simple as a few-minute video, a 6-minute or 7-minute video, but you want to be detached from outcomes, right? So you don't bring in your quota and your boss's word saying, "What did you close for me lately?" You bring in curiosity, detachment from outcomes, and you're genuinely there to listen. You're talking 20 or 30% of the time. Leave your enthusiasm for the product for later, when it comes time to answer questions, or perhaps comes time to challenge someone. Then the other thing to look at to help in helping people buy, you have to leave some of your personality traits at the door. And a lot of salespeople that have no awareness of how they show up to others. So a good thing to do is get feedback. Do a 360 review. Call someone like me who's an authorized partner for everything DISC, and do a DISC 363. And also take the DISC profile so you know how you show up, and everything DISC can help you determine who are you in front of, and that what style are they most responsive to. So you make it about the customer and not about you. And salespeople who fight and go through a rough time in closing, most often they're in their head and they make it all about them. And they have very little awareness about how they show up. And I get that learning how you show up is difficult, and some people don't want to take that journey. Okay, that's fine. Taking that journey, though, what if I said that it would help you close more sales faster, because now you're adjusting based on the person in front of you, and you learn how to trust your gut, and you take a chance sometimes helping people buy. You use the challenge your sale method because you know what they just said isn't going to work for them. And then you follow that gut instinct and you challenge the customer in a way that they'll appreciate and respect. Okay. Any questions for me? Steve at stevelentini.com. That's STEVE at stevelentini.com. LENTINI. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Sell a lot by helping people. Help people buy. I'm looking for the end stream button. All right. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday.